Day weekend is the unofficial start to summer. Can we just call it the official start? Everyone calls it the unofficial start. Just call it the start.
Yeah.
To me, summer starts when the weather gets fucking unbearable, and summer has already started.
Well, no, it's not that hot. It's like 81.
No, it's been like over 85 here the last couple days.
You are, but here's the thing. Your body's not built for this weather.
I've always hated hot weather though. Like I don't like it. I'd rather be cold.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. The only difference is now that I get older and I'm looking real good, I love popping the top. I want them to look. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry?
I pop the top. I want them to look. Is it unclear?
Nice.
Who's them?
Everyone.
The people outside his window.
The person just saw me tit job in my Blue Yeti. Let's get in. So real quick, before we get into listen, Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to the cabin. I know it stuns you, but I'm not going to be watching wrestling live. I'm sorry, everybody. We don't have PPV at the MTS. I ain't got it. So it's not a big
Even
deal.
if you did, you wouldn't watch it.
MTS.
Yeah, mountains. I get it. So there you go.
It's more like MTNS.
No, it's MTS, dude. Mountains.
Okay.
Don't be stupid. Not here right now. Before we get to breaking down King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia, before we get to Double or Nothing in Vegas, in Vegas, before we get to talking about the NXT pay-per-view that's coming up in Florida, probably, right?
I think it's
Vegas.
Vegas. It's in Vegas.
It's the UFC Apex.
That's right. I remember that now. They're doing that now because they're all married together. BJ, we have some somber news here that you wrote. Wait, I don't see any somber news.
I know this one.
I honestly looked at a website to see what 2024 deaths have taken place, and there was not one.
This one just happened like yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've definitely not, you don't go to that website. That's why you always miss deaths. There's 2 this week.
Two?
There's
one.
This
is very sad.
It's Bad Bones, right?
Bad Bones.
From the NXT UK stuff, too.
No, from TNA.
Oh, yes, he did NXT UK for a hot
No, brother, you're thinking of Tyson T-Bone. He's alive.
No, another one of those guys died, too. No, I'm pretty sure Bad Bones did.
Bad Bones died.
Yes, but Bad Bones did die. John Kluger? I think it's Kluger. He passed away, and he was 40 years old. He was just retired, too, which fucking blows. And Billy Blue Rivers died. He was a territory wrestler as well. So, BJ, Cavalier with Death.
Was he like a Native American gimmick?
What gave it away?
Blue Rivers. That's
Billy, my name is Billy Blue Rivers. There was a Blue River in the olden times. That's my Indian impression. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Not good.
Thank you. I was going to say it's better than my other Indian impression, but I'll leave that one on the shelf for now. And also, speaking of bad news, BJ, D hit me.
What?
D's nuts. Okay. Alright, let's get your D-Lo Brown heads out.
By the way, I remember Bad Bones having like a few matches for TNA when we used to cover it.
Yeah.
So.
Honestly, very... Again, independent wrestler who's been around for fucking ever.
He wrestled in, like, Germany for a long time.
Yes, and I'm almost, listen, I can't be certain. BJ, if you can double check this, I'm pretty sure he did wrestle at least once or twice for the NXT UK. I'm almost positive of it.
Maybe, but I thought you were thinking of Tyson T-Bone.
I do, no, that dude's the dude who had, like, the wife beater and he just punched you.
Yes.
This dude was the bald-head dude with the fucking tats. Different.
Yeah.
Different guys.
They're different guys.
So, here's what we need. We got D'Lo Brown is going to be getting his paycheck today because we are going to be doing a lot of previewing, a lot of predicting. Memorial Day is full of wrestling.
This is disgusting to have 2 pay-per-views in the same weekend.
Listen, dude, it is what it is. I hope you like wrestling. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to watch it till the Tuesday I come back. I'm going to be furious. I might actually I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm going to have to watch some Monday night. I'm going to be mad as shit. So I'm going to miss Raw.
I guess the good thing is, like, Saturday I'll be working during the WWE one, so.
Yeah, I might be around on Saturday. Sunday I'm not watching AEW live, probably.
I'm leaving Saturday morning at 9 a.m. and I'm not coming back till fucking Monday night. I don't care.
Well, listen, if you were having, like, people over for a barbecue and say, hey, here's watch the show. That's fun.
Get away from me,
they'd
you
be
fucking loser.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, be like, put the game on, you fucking loser. And they'd be right. So we're going to start with the most important event of the weekend, AEW Double or Nothing
That's
predictions.
not what this says.
That's not.
Why start there?
Because that's where the money's at, guys. Listen, it is I'm going to say it now. This could be one of the most.
On Sunday.
It will be
WWE
one of the.
is going first, and WWE
No,
is the more
listen. Stop for a minute. I control what we do here, guys. Double or Nothing could be the most important pay-per-view in AEW history.
How so?
It's not true at all.
Because they had hit a bottom. They admittedly were down.
They're still there.
They were down.
The ratings
like Tyson Fury on the mat. But that ain't nothing. Okay, that ain't nothing. Okay, because they're going to rise up. They're going to rise up like Michael Jordan. And they're going to slam dunk on top of your face on Sunday. Okay?
It sounds like you have never watched a sporting event ever, and you're using fucking.
When Michael Jordan hits a home run of a triple shot, he is.
Did Michael Jordan ever hit a home run?
I think he did. Yeah.
In the minors, he might have.
Oh, okay.
Not in the majors.
He played Double-A.
Yeah, he had to go away from basketball because he liked gambling. Guys, so get your D'Lo Brown heads out.
His dad died.
Whatever. Yeah. Does dad also fucking bet too much on the games? Alright, so here's the deal.
Probably.
I need your D'Lo Brown heads. I need them shaking. I need them loose. Pop your chest. Pop. Pop your chest. Pop. Chest. You ever do that thing where you squeeze your titties together with your arms so guys find you more appealing?
With your Blue Yeti?
So guys, let's do it. The top match, one of the most important matches in AEW history, because they were down on the match, and they are. Listen, they are. It is. We have to. It's far more important. It's far more important than this, dude. Because this is a fucking glorified house show part 2. Listen, we're starting right here. We're starting right here.
Can I tell you, more than half the matches on this AEW show?
Should not
There's
be
no reason for them to be.
Well, then guess what? Then you just have to tell me the winner. We'll be right to WWE. Not a big deal. The Elite versus Team AEW. Poor Eddie Kingston. Tears his ACL. He breaks his leg. Did you see the spot yet, BJ? You said you hadn't seen it.
Yeah, I did.
It's brutal. It's the inverted, like I said, Mike, do you remember, we watched ECW, remember when Sabu's leg hit the guardrail when he was doing a moonsault on top of the stretcher? And it sounded like an aluminum bat hitting the fucking thing, and it was his shin? It was that, but the inside of his fucking leg. It was brutal.
Can I be honest?
Yeah, it was brutal. Yeah.
I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often.
Yeah, honestly, you're right. I think you're right about that. I'm honestly surprised most of the time that more injuries in wrestling don't happen in general, to be honest.
It's fucking crazy.
Like a Big E's neck break, I am stunned that that's not more often.
I mean, people land on their fucking head a lot.
I know. It's just dude, these dudes are fucking crazy. Dude, and I know they're I brace myself and I land right. Let me say something to you. I'm doing jujitsu and this dude throws me over his shoulder. I'm falling 1.5 feet. And I'm like, ow!
How many times you see people just diving over the top rope and landing on a fucking 1-inch mat outside
Darby Allin is insane.
Yeah.
Getting out of bed, it hurt so bad getting out of bed the other day. This motherfucker taking plate glass. No thank you.
Dude, all I do is sit, and it hurts.
Holy shit. Okay, so Daniel Bryanson, FTR, and now Darby Allin back. He said, forget Everest. I'm climbing my own Everest in this match.
He got hit by a bus.
Yeah.
After he...
I'm starting to think this dude is starting to milk it. I'm starting to think this dude's doing shit on purpose.
I kind of think he did get hit by a bus on purpose.
I kind of
It seems like a thing he would do.
It does. If he was on a skateboard and he jumped in front of it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know. You're right. It seems like something where he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go jump in front of that fucking bus. Bam!
I don't think we should peddle this theory, but...
Why? It's harmless. No one listens.
He ain't listening.
Yeah.
Crazy recovery time. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean,
how is he wrestling in this fucking match?
Shouldn't he be going after Bullet Club Gold, who injured him?
To be fair, this isn't really going to be a match.
Yeah, it's not a match at all. It's anarchy in the arena. It's going to be fucking nuts. It's going to be shit show city. And he's going to hit his high spot with his broken foot, and then he's going to go climb Mount Everest.
This is going to be the main event, right?
It has to.
I would assume so.
Because Swerve's just going to beat Christian. You know that. Christian's there for a fucking short time, not a long time. So Swerve definitely wins. So if you're going to do... you have the biggest storyline in wrestling, it has to main event. You know what I mean? It is. This is their Roman Reigns. My question,
by the way, this storyline has progressively gotten worse, like you said it wouldn't.
Not true at all. I mean, listen, there's nothing they could foresee in terms of the injury. It is what it is.
It's not about the injury at all. It's not.
Wait, you mean Eddie Kingston getting hurt is why this is not as
It's good? Because the Elite desperately needs like a fucking leader because the Young Bucks are not believable at all in that role and they completely suck. They do. They completely fucking suck. And they should not be featured.
It's 100% inaccurate. You've always hated them. They always talk shit about
I've always been right.
You've always been a crybaby about it. And that's fine. I get it. Oh, I also, by the way, everybody yells at me, so I'm going to try to be quieter when I argue with Mike because people are like,
since when do you care if people yell at you?
Yell at him and he just yells back. Yeah, no shit. I said you fucking dope.
I thought it was pretty hypocritical of AEW to run an angle where someone gets fired.
Why is that?
Because they're all about like, oh, we really don't fire people and this and that.
No one's ever said.
So you remember Tony just fired a bunch of people?
No, I know that.
We all deserve. He didn't. He let contracts run up, and they all deserved it.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Listen.
One of the guys was injured, by the way.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Be better. Yeah. One of your best abilities is availability. So who you got? How's it shake out, Mike?
Tagline.
I have to assume it's the Elite. I mean, this angle is pretty much DOA as it is,
Not
anyways. But if you want to keep it going,
for a hater,
you've got to have the Elite win here. FTR, Danielson, Darby Allin. It's not an actual team. It's just a bunch of dudes coming together to fight against the Elite. So if they lose, it's really not a big deal. If the Elite lose in their first big match together, that's a very big deal. So they obviously have to win.
Mike, thank you. BJ.
Yep.
The Elite obviously has to win. I have no concerns about them winning. I have no issue with them winning.
Does anybody interfere? Does anybody come to their side? Do they grow in numbers?
To the Elite side, I personally would not do that yet. I don't think this is the angle you need, or the time that you need to do that just yet. Because you need to establish that they're a dominant force, right? So have it be that those four do that in a match with Danielson in it. He's everyone's favorite. I think they should basically fucking murder Darby Allin. No, throw him off the top of the fucking set. Something where it's just holy shit, they're so dastardly. They killed Darby Allin.
So he's Kenny?
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god, you killed Darby!
Yeah, that would actually be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Who do we think the Elite's leader should be? Because they need one.
I don't think he's there yet, if I'm honest.
They're gonna sign him?
No. I just don't know. I don't know who it is yet. I mean, I think there's a bunch of guys who
MJF.
I mean, a great story would be MJF.
Yeah, MJF.
But I don't see them bringing him back as a heel, I guess.
What about abandoning ship on the Kingdom thing or whatever, and then you just have, and they could be loosely affiliated, Adam Cole.
Yeah, I mean, I think Adam Cole makes sense because
he's already in the Elite, you know what I mean? So and he's a great mouthpiece, and that gives him a lot of his credibility back. I think there's a lot of, you could have Kenny Omega come back and say, listen guys, I know it looked like he hit me with a cement pillar. So you thought.
I'm going to say no on that one.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
Yeah. So the Elite wins obviously here.
Christian would be a good leader.
Yeah, I don't think he needs it though, and I don't think they need. I think
he doesn't, but he's a great mouthpiece.
Yes, but I think
the Elite needs something.
Yeah, I don't think it's Christian though. Christian is a mainstay.
If you think Christian,
I don't think it brings the credibility up. To be honest with you, I don't. No, I don't.
It would also then lead to Copeland joining Team AEW, which is Raw speech, and you can continue Christian and Adam Copeland.
What if they beat Edge into joining them?
The Young Bucks did bring out Christian and say this is going to be your opponent's Swerve. So why would they do that?
Well,
otherwise,
I mean, he could also just be like, we hate fathers, and I'd be like, this is good, this is what we want. So I don't know.
They need some kind of addition, because people are not invested in what they're giving you right now.
Well, nobody's. You say be patient. You say let it play out all the time, and then you don't. So I'm loving it so far, and like I said, I do think they're going to add somebody, and I'm very excited for it.
So you think it's going to happen at the pay-per-view?
That I can't say. I don't know if I think I'm with Mike in that I wouldn't have to rush it. I think just giving them the win here, the four of them win convincingly, but then the AEW staff
he's on a lot of drugs.
Really start pushing them and stuff like that, and they start bashing into them, and we got to grow our numbers or we're never going to survive. and then they bring in somebody big. So,
if I recall correctly, Anarchy in the Arena is just a one-fall finish, has to take place in the ring, and it's not like Stadium Stampede. They can go all over, but it's not Stadium Stampede.
No, I think it has to happen in the ring.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I remember last time like D-Bry got hit in the head with a fucking like brick or some shit like 20 times and kicked out and that kind of thing.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Swerve Strickland.
I am looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage for the AEW Championship. Christian Cage has been fire throughout this whole process. I love him so much. And honestly, I love Swerve and what he's doing. He is a convincing face at a time where there's not many, and I enjoy that. So I think that Swerve just wins here pretty much.
Yeah, Swerve just wins. I mean, I think the whole thing with Christian is they're just trying to get him a very credible first challenger to beat, where it's going to mean something to beat him,
and it will. This will
probably Christian is their best option for that. So, but I honestly don't really see it extending past this pay-per-view. Probably. So I think Swerve just wins the match.
You guys mentioned it. Maybe Swerve's who gets involved for since Danielson's probably going to be taking time off. Besides the retirement, he's like, my neck's broken, my fucking will's is shaking. So
I feel like maybe he wasn't, but I felt like maybe he was making that up about his fucking neck. But
you never know. Dude is always working me. I feel
that was my take.
This guy's Hulk Hogan, man. You know what I mean?
A little kayfabe.
So you get Swerve leading Team AEW, like you said. You get the World Championship involved with the main event storyline. You get him like representing AEW, even maybe begrudgingly, but Elite can eventually take it from him too. And have hold all control in the company. So, Swerve wins. BJ?
I still think for Team AEW it would make sense for Will Ospreay to be the guy. Really push him as a strong babyface for them.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
Swerve and Christian, very much looking forward to that. So that's going to be an amazing match. Obviously, Swerve wins, but I love that. It's like, at All In last year, they were tag teaming. Now they're going after fighting for the championship. So I love that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's full circle shit like that AEW rewards its fans. And honestly, I will say this. No, it's true. AEW does reward its fans for knowing and paying attention to the content. It's very well known. That's why I love it so much. One of the reasons why I love it so much. But I will say this. WWE doing a much better job in recent months of doing that.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
Referencing back
I feel
to
so rewarded to be
more than 30 seconds ago. You know what I mean? Like I basically always used to say, if it happened more than like 6 weeks ago, WWE's like it didn't happen. They just wouldn't reference stuff like that.
If that.
And they also give us little Easter eggs like in every fucking backstage segment now, which is awesome.
I mean, it's something AEW's been doing since 2019, but yeah, great job getting on board with it. Mercedes Moné, Mike Chiari's GOAT, against Willow Nightingale for the AEW TBS Championship. Mike Chiari, I'll start with you. Does your GOAT win gold?
Yes. I mean, I cannot imagine a scenario where you have her lose her first match. You've already done a pretty horrible job working her in by waiting this long to have a match. I understand
unless
maybe
she's not
it
cleared,
was,
then what are you talking about?
I was just getting to that. Maybe it's because of that. But if that's the case, then I would have waited a little longer to introduce her, because it really did come across like a Bret Hart showing up in WCW type thing, and he's not allowed to wrestle yet, so let's just have him fucking do nothing for 3 months. That's kind of what it felt like. This is where she shines.
You're such a piece of shit.
This is where she shines. It's not in the fucking having her cut like 1,000 promos. This is where she shines, is in the ring. So I have no doubt this will be a great match. I like her a lot. I like Willow a lot. Looking forward to the match, but I mean, I can't see a way that you would have Mercedes lose this match. So she wins. My concern then is, are they going to keep Willow's momentum going after this, even in a loss, or is she going to fade into the background, as is what usually happens in the AEW Women's Division?
PJ? Very stupid, by the way. All the things you say, very ignorant and stupid.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I am a little torn.
Thank you, Cinnamon. Appreciate it.
I am
She's
a
pissed.
little.
Cinnamon's pissed. She is AEW through and through. I remember her talking about
Absolutely not.
She was. And we talked about the Jacksonville COVID days all the time. Go ahead.
Jacksonville COVID days. I am a little torn this because Willow just won a championship, and they have been pushing her quite a bit over the past year or so. She's a big fan favorite now. Everyone really likes her. I'm a big fan of her. Mercedes is great. Match would be really good. So I'm a little torn on if they would have her lose a championship, but my assumption is that they just gave Willow the championship for Mercedes to win it in this feud. Mm-hmm. And like looking at the rest of the card, I don't foresee a lot of title changes. So I'm going to say that Mercedes wins.
Yeah, I think it makes sense from a title change perspective in the sense of like you got to do a couple on the show to make a big deal. And like I said, this is Willow pretty much won because Julie Hart was injured. So they just basically were like, okay, maybe they were going for another story, Mike, and then they hit the audible like it's fucking The Rock, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes, and here we are now. So instead of crying about it, why don't you try to enjoy it? You know what I mean?
I don't think that's what happened at
She's
all.
your GOAT, but that's fine, right?
Yeah, she's the GOAT women's in-ring wrestler of all time, of course.
Mercedes Moné. There you go. So she's going to win the championship here. Yes. Speaking of former WWE superstars, Edge, Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black. 2 questions for you, Mike. One, who you got and how's it shake out? Those are 2 questions alone. Number 1, is this... 4 questions. Is this the beginning of a new Malachi Black? And is Adam Copeland doing a better Judgment Day?
Doing a better Judgment Day?
Yeah, is he going to be...
In the sense of what?
He's joining House of Black.
Oh, no, I don't think that's happening.
Because he ran through Buddy and Brody, and now he's working on Malachi. And, now he can become best friends with them since he's earned their respect. And then now he can become part of Judgment Day.
No, I don't think any of that's happening.
Coward.
I am looking forward to this match, though. Always been an Edge fan. Long been an Malachi Black fan.
There you go.
So I think this is going to be an awesome match. Barbed wire steel cage. We'll see what that entails. So that should be pretty interesting.
I think it entails barbed wire and steel cage.
But I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. Is it like at the top, or is the whole fucking cage covered in barbed wire?
I thought it would be the whole cage.
Maybe.
No,
maybe
just
not.
the top, just the top, like prison.
Are there going to be tiny little like bottle rockets that blow up at the end? We don't know.
Mm-hmm. Coward. That match was great until that incident.
But anyways, I honestly think that Adam Copeland just wins this match. Malachi Black, to me, I mean, I'm glad that he's finally getting a fucking singles push for the first time in 2-3 years, whatever it's been. Basically, he's been a tag team wrestler exclusively since his feud with Cody. That tells you how long ago that was. So it's nice that he's finally getting some work in the singles division and getting to have an actual feud. And I think the match is going to be awesome. But I think the Cope wins. To me, I don't envision Tony putting a title on Malachi Black knowing that this dude is like ready to jet to WWE.
Not true, though. I read a report that said he has an option that could be exercised for additional years.
I read that there's an option that didn't say how many years or anything like that. That I read that the report that there's an option in his contract where WWE or AEW could exercise it. But that's a situation like, do they exercise it knowing they have somebody that doesn't necessarily want to be there, or do they just say, hey, if you don't want to be here, we're not going to exercise it? I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think...
I mean, you should exercise it and keep them there and push them. But who the fuck am I?
Right, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think the Cope just wins.
I disagree, actually. I think Malachi Black wins the TNT Championship here. You're not going to have... This is the other like, big title moment in the match. Actually, there's 2 more, or 1 more. There's 3 title changes I see here. So, I'm taking Malachi Black winning this match.
This is my main event. I can't wait for this. These are 2 of my current favorites in wrestling. I think the match is going to be fantastic. I am really looking forward to what I perceive to be the main event in Anarchy in the Arena, because those are always fun. But this has the potential for me to be the show stealer. I do think that the Cope just wins, and I could see the House of Black just kind of basically dismantling after this.
Well, that's sad. I hope this is the beginning of a fucking Malachi Black push, not the end of one.
Your comment about
Max, baby girl.
Your comment about Black's contract option potentially. I just don't foresee Tony saying like, "Listen, if you really don't want to be here, then I'm just going to keep you for the sake of it." I think he would let him go.
I think he's going to want to try to convince the man by giving him a championship.
I honestly don't know where his head's at with that. Like, I could see it going either way. I could see him, doing the right thing, doing right by the wrestler and saying, hey, if you really don't want to be here, just go. But I could also see him, he envisions himself in a fucking wrestling war. He says it all the time. And even though it's not reality, so I can envision him being like, "Oh, I'm not going to let WWE get this guy." And
I mean, Vince did that. Vince did that to everybody else.
He let Regal go.
Yeah,
he did let Regal go. Although that was a little bit different situation because then Regal couldn't be on TV for a year.
Yeah, because
and
he
it
was
so he could be with his
ass.
kid and that kind of thing. But
it was a good look. He did the right thing. Jesus Christ, you can't give anybody credit. You're a fucking pussy, dude.
Me?
Yeah, you. The other guy.
Listen,
the other guy.
Malachi Black's wife is in another company. Like, you might just be like, listen, I just want to spend more time with my wife at this point.
I know, I get it. And if she was my wife, I'd be like, I want to spend more time with my wife. You're right about that, dude.
I do think he said that before, and it didn't end up working in his favor. Because there was that whole time, like a year or more ago, where he was, the rumors were coming out about him getting released. He did the whole, like, farewell and waved goodbye as he left and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, and then they talked him out of it because it was a bad idea.
Don't think that's what happened.
Yeah. Will Ospreay versus Roderick Strong. Will Ospreay wins the championship.
Yeah.
Banger match, though. Banger match.
I do. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I do feel like the International Championship is beneath Will Ospreay at this point of
100%.
Just the perception around him. But to have him in the match and then lose, even if it's by like some shady shit, I feel like that would just kind of derail his momentum of it. So I would just have him win, and then he can kind of just go after like the AEW championship and become like a double champion. Like, just fucking give him the titles.
Just hit him versus Okada and unify those championships.
Yeah, that one too. Like, just fuck it, give him the championships.
My assumption has been that they were going to want to put the AEW title on Ospreay at All In. That's just, it would make a lot of sense to do that.
I mean, listen, you could do title versus title, and he wins both. Like, that would build up the International Championship.
They could just absorb it into the AEW title then.
That's Labor Day, right?
I think it's like the week before.
Week before.
Labor Day.
Okay.
It's still in August.
It's at the end of August.
I know they moved one.
They moved all out to the following week.
Yeah, okay, so
instead of one after another, it's like one and then a week off and then the other one. Which is still way too much, by the way. But
yeah, you're right.
Better than
I always agree with that, man. Don't move one or the other. Figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Combine them. Just make it the same show. I don't know what to tell you. Let's go. Tony Storm versus Serena.
All out and all in.
Oh shit! All in and out. Holy shit! Hold on. There's a couple walking by my house right now. I got out of the truck the other day and I burped real loud, and they both looked at me and I laughed. I was like, "Oh shit!" Right? And I came out the other night drinking a beer and I burped real loud walking out the door, and they were staring at me, and I was like, "Oh fuck! These people think I'm disgusting, dude."
Honestly, sounds like they're the creeps.
Honestly,
they're your Lee Trevino and fucking Happy Gilmore. Every time Happy Gilmore, some fucked up Lee Trevino's just standing there.
It's 100% true. They just walk by. They're always walking by because they think they're getting in better shape. They're like a husband and wife, and I'm just being here disgusting, and they're like, "Oh my god, this guy, dude, holy shit." Tony Storm, Serena Deeb. There's no way in fuck Deeb's winning, so right?
Not at all.
Nah, good technical match though. This should be a good.
Sure, I'm sure the match will be good. It's just so weird to do this on the pay-per-view, but that's fine.
I have no issue with this one on the pay-per-view. I have an issue with a couple other ones on the fucking pay-per-view.
I would say fucking 5 through 9 are all not really making sense to even need to be on the pay-per-view.
No, 5%.
No, I would have Will Ospreay on the pay-per-view.
I would have him on the pay-per-view, but this was just like a random, I won a fucking 30-person match and became number one contender, and 2 weeks later I'm going to face you for the title.
Yeah, it's terrible follow-up for winning the greatest.
Listen, if it's the ends justify the means. So just remember that.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, you do. You do it all the time. And then we have Chris Jericho versus either Hook, Shibata, or Brian Keith for the FTW Championship. You want to know a cool fact? Our buddy Anthony Musso, Mike, you met him at the Buffalo show, right? He's actually done a WWE video for our gaming channel. He works for a local federation, a bunch of local federations, and he fought Brian Keith recently.
Cool.
Nice.
So, I mean, that means he must be good enough to be, like, in that same conversation, so let me hear it. We got friends in high places, baby.
AEW should sign him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will at some point.
Yeah. Go viral, bud.
Hey, if he can get work, as a WWE extra one time, Tony will be all over him.
You're a mark. You're a mark. So who
I
is
can't
it?
believe we.
I don't think Brian Keith's going to be Chris Jericho's opponent here.
I think it's going to be Hook, and I think Hook wins.
I would assume it would be Hook.
I agree with Donnie.
You think Hook wins?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Hook and Jericho wins because they're really gung-ho about building up this learning tree character. And he, even made his own fucking FTW title pretty much. So I doubt he's going to drop it already. I'd be surprised.
Yeah, but just beat Hook.
Yeah, gonna do it again. Bury the kid.
Well,
I mean, if he's jumping ship like a coward, bury his ass. Ricky Starks, you can't figure out what's going on with you, Mark? Sit down, you fucking bitch.
You know the most hilarious choice to be the leader of the Elite would be? Chris Jericho.
I mean, if you want heat...
That's what I said before.
If you want heat...
Did you say Jericho? Well,
yes,
I could see it.
Heat. John Moxley versus Takeshita.
Why are you having an eliminator match on the pay-per-view?
What the
Why can't this just be for the title?
Do you know why? Because it was for the title and it's not allowed. They said not allowed.
What? Who? New Japan?
New Japan, because he's DDT. Not allowed.
He's not with DDT anymore.
He was a DDT wrestler. He chose them over New Japan. There's hard feeling. I'm just saying what I heard from the people I talked to.
Don't talk to anybody.
The reason Takeshita is this turned into this is because they said they don't even want him having a title shot. So that's.
But then making an eliminator makes me think maybe Takeshita wins.
No, I mean, listen, believe it or not, I don't really care what Dave Meltzer says. I don't give a single shit.
Meltzer says because they've already advertised Moxley against, I think, maybe Evil or somebody.
He is against Evil in the next show.
Right, and so because of that, then they don't want it to be so obvious that Moxley would win. So they don't want to
I still think Mox is winning anyways.
Mox is winning anyway, all of it. So. Just whatever.
This
match will be a banger. This match will be a banger. I agree that it's kind of weird and thrown together here. The stuff with Mox being just a IWGP Championship guy here. If you're gonna be hamstrung by what New Japan wants you to do, let him drop the title. He's more valuable than that. He's more valuable than the title. So get it off him if it's gonna do shit like this. So.
I mean, New Japan deserves to have fucking something at this point. They lost all the wrestlers.
Well, no offense to them. That's their fucking prerogative. They were only over there because there was no true alternative in the United States anyway.
There was. There is.
No.
For Okada?
No. Okada chose AEW because the money's better, I assume. And he's also probably looking for a new challenge.
So he's sold out?
I'm better than Tanahashi. And he is.
Wow.
He is.
Current Tanahashi?
All Tanahashi. I would say that Prime Tanahashi and Prime Okada's better. Yep. So did you have Mox wins, right? Everybody says Mox wins?
Yeah.
I know you guys don't care.
Whatever.
I know you guys don't. Speaking of that, Orange Cassidy. Guys, I know you don't care
this
about
should not be on the fucking
No. Here's where I
Nobody
disagree.
cares that Trent Beretta ended Chuck Taylor's career.
That's not true. If you are a AEW loyalist, this is one of the best stories being told in AEW right now, very honestly. So you could say you
just randomly did it because
such
Chuck
a
Taylor
long show, dude.
That's literally what happened. They forced it. No, look, listen, I'll take that out for a second. This is, and I watch additional content, I watch stuff on YouTube, I watch additional AEW content. This story, I'm very interested in. I like the Best Friends, I always did. This is a good story for me. I am invested in this. So while I can understand where you're coming from, you saying it shouldn't be on the pay-per-view, it's going to be too long anyway, I believe that this deserves this stage because as one of the best stories going in AEW, maybe it's not well known or well liked by some people. I enjoy it, and anyone who's been an AEW fan for a long time, this is a big deal. So I do believe it deserves to be.
Listen, I understand that, but the show is just way too long. And now that they have a pay-per-view pretty much every single month, it's just too long.
Dude, I like it. I like it long, man. I'm sorry.
No, you don't.
I do.
You really complained last month.
I like it long. I'm doing the fucking.
I'm doing the gritty.
I'm doing the gritty right now. I like it long.
You would like a more manageable dong.
No, see, that's a defeatist dong attitude. That's a small dong. That's small dong energy, dude. So yes,
energy.
So I'm going to say
Orange
that
Cassidy wins.
Listen, and you know me, you guys know me. I don't do this whole dumb shit that you do. Like, this is going to be one of the greatest matches of all time.
You do it all the time. You say this is going to be one of the best pay-per-views.
This could be one of the best pay-per-views.
You said this is the most important pay-per-view.
It is the most important
AEW history.
In AEW history, and it could be one of their best.
It's one of the most least important.
That's not true. It's not true. At a time when they were down, this is their chance to get up, brother. And they're not going to waste it.
I can guarantee you, unless like fucking John Cena or Stone Cold or somebody shows up on this pay-per-view, it's not going to have any impact on people's interest in this product.
That's not true.
If
someone
true.
comes out
it's
to help
without question, undoubtedly true.
If the end of this show equals the Elite taking over the show NWO style, and you have
what are you talking about?
No. I mean like
they've already done it, and viewership went down.
No, Swerve Strickland's involved now. You end the pay-per-view in Melee, and then you have someone debut. Maybe Sting does come back as an authority figure.
Who is that?
You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, you guys, you want John Cena? Guess what? John Cena in an Elite shirt, dude. Come on.
Can I ask you a question?
Come on.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Undertaker and NWO.
So he was like, I want you to answer this truthfully.
Okay, hold on real quick. I gotta get my serious
He won't.
No, I will.
No, I want your truth, Donnie.
Okay, my truth.
The real truth.
No, don't say his truth. Say the truth.
No, I want
his truth is way different from the truth.
If John Cena debuted in AEW, would you like him?
So here, no,
yes.
no. Here's the deal.
Yes.
Here's the deal. Yes.
He's trying to spin his truth.
No. The answer is yes, but it's because that move would take so much balls. It would take such a it would be so crazy. John Cena joining the Elite in the main event would be the crazy. That would be the single.
I'm afraid I regret mentioning this.
It would be the single craziest thing that ever happened in wrestling.
I agree with that.
Besides maybe the Benoit murder, if you're like just talking about the whole.
But that's not.
But I'm just, from
in
a wrestling
ring.
In a wrestling, like that would be the craziest thing ever. Mm-hmm. And you know what I just realized, Mike? You just put it out there in the ether. You've now dropped that seed, my friend, and let me tell you something. It's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. It's gonna end up going to John Cena. John Cena's gonna hear it. He's gonna put it on his fucking Instagram with a funny video thing, like here, me in NWO shirt, right? And then blam, Tony's about to make that shit happen. Come on, dude. What channel was Wipeout on? TBS?
I think so.
Full circle. Come on, dude. If Edge can go, John can go. Edge is going to be like, come on, bud. You love it over here. You love us. Okay, let's go on to, by the way, prediction for star. Wait, did WWE match get 5 stars? Did we say this?
Cody and AJ.
That got 5 stars, right? You gave it 5 stars.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there you go. It's big. I mean,
I find it funny. Like, Cody and AJ was a great match. I thought it was awesome.
Not 5 stars.
To give that 5 stars, and then I got a fucking list of about 100 matches that should have been 5 stars in WWE that you didn't give 5 stars. So
2 words, you ignorant fucking bitch. Crowd reaction, dude. It was in France.
He doesn't care about crowd reaction. He only cares if it benefits giving an AEW match a higher rating.
It's not true. He had to be
young. He's
literally staying true to his own words right here, dude.
He gave The Rock and Hollywood Hogan, 2 stars or some shit?
So
he doesn't care about crowd reaction.
Match blue.
Didn't.
Can I just read off the star ratings real quick? Because there's only 5 matches, right? You said
sure.
5 stars to that, right? 3 stars to the women's tag team match. All the other ones got 4.5 stars. The opener, the tag team match, 4 3/4. Donnie came on immediately after this pay-per-view aired and said it was one of the worst.
Okay, let me just say this from the
bottom
of my
heart. It was a very
heart.
good show.
Let me say this from the bottom of my heart.
I don't care about Meltz's ratings.
The show was as average as Mike's dong. And Mike, that might be the nicest thing I've ever said to you. Serviceable show. Somewhere, Skeeter called it above average. He knows it's not true, but he's still
the
saying
Skeeter scale, we call that.
On the Skeeter scale, it goes from 1 to
it's
7.
A curve.
It goes from 1 to 7, and I feel almost half of it.
Dude.
So here's the deal.
That's fucked up.
So here's the deal. Number one, I think it's hilarious that when it fits your narrative, you source Dave Meltzer against me. That shit is one of the most rich.
It's your narrative.
That's like
Can I tell you a hilarious?
Pro Football Focus is stupid. Pro Football Focus is the worst. I hate it. Eagles were number one on PFF's fucking top list. You're like, wait, what?
Can I tell you a funny tweet I read about Meltzer's ratings?
Yeah, please. Sure.
So I read it and it was like, they showed the list of every match on AEW from the past week that Meltz graded. And the person's like, so according to Meltz, every match that occurred on AEW programming this past week was better than any match Roddy Piper ever had in his career.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, Roddy Piper against Bret Hart WrestleMania match, that's a 5-star fucking match. I don't know what he gave it, but apparently not 5 stars.
Well, I would argue that Roddy Piper probably didn't like Dave Meltzer.
Nobody does.
I can't say for
well,
sure.
the Young Bucks do, because he does their bidding, but that's about it.
Well, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. I think it's a smart move.
I mean, I understand the perspective, though.
Of
why the Young Bucks have Dave on retainer to use and abuse him?
Yeah,
no.
If I could, I would too.
Of why Meltzer be rating AEW matches higher than anything he gave a Roddy Piper match. It's just a different style of match.
Yeah,
like, I mean, it's flat out wrong, but...
I mean...
Actually, it's completely flat out subjective, so fuck you.
So you think all the matches that happened on AEW the past week was better than
We're not talking about my thoughts. We're talking about Dave Meltzer's thoughts. We're talking about Dave Meltzer's
we're talking about a bias.
Mine are irrelevant here to this conversation. Dave Meltzer's a paid journalist. People pay him for his opinion. So whether you like them or not, he's quote unquote a field expert. So
he's not.
Hey, can I tell you the truth, Mike? I want this to resonate in your fucking empty little dome. He's more of an expert than you'll ever be.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry, bud.
I will say this, it probably applies to almost every Kurt Angle WWE match, and that's pathetic.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think Roddy Piper is the bar that we should be having here. I think you should be...
no. I'm not going to...
No, but Roddy Piper still had some great matches.
I'm not going to sit here and let you do that, motherfucker. I saw matches between Roddy Piper and Briscoe. Go watch Bret and
Piper again and tell me how he can
have
that rated lower.
Okay, just outside... go watch Gerald Briscoe against fucking Roddy Piper.
Or Piper and Valentine dog collar match.
Yeah. How about that match? Okay. I don't know why you're yelling. It's unnecessary for you to yell. So King and Queen in Saudi Arabia, and that's why we're doing it second. Because
King and Queen of the Ring.
Dick-covered blood money or whatever we said. Now he's got to be friends with Miz again.
Punk forgot about that.
Yeah, no, he's like friends with Miz again. He's like, whoopsie, you might have, whoopsie, the way I said the blood-covered dick money or whatever, sorry.
You've said way worse things to me before and try to be my friend, so.
Oh, well, first off, I don't try to be your friend. I am your friend. Yeah, that's what happens, guys. We saw it. You guys were like hugging me and shit. You're like, hey,
so many lies.
I'm gonna miss you. I was like,
you were trying to hug us.
Yeah, you literally.
There was no try. There was no try. We hugged.
You grabbed us by the collar, like, get over here.
Yeah, it's a jujitsu sport. Just like I trained to make sure I brought you into me. I'm fucking. You thought it was a joke, but I actually just, you're like, oh shit, he's gonna throw me. It's like, nah, it's.
He said you said to hug you inside because you didn't want to see those people that walk by you every day and see what you're doing hugging us.
Honestly,
dude, outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll hug anywhere. Out there, me and Leon in the middle of the road hugging and fucking about to start crying. So I don't give a single shit about my emotions. I got him in check. The King and the Queen in Saudi Arabia. Hopefully everybody makes it out alive or whatever. Remember when
they always do?
Remember when Saudi Arabia held them hostage?
Yeah, I remember that irresponsible.
That's not irresponsible. So many people said it, dude.
Vince was like, "Peace out."
Yeah, Vince is like, "I'm dipping on you guys." And he's like, "They're like, where the fuck's our money?" And he's like, oh shit, Janelle's
I think he was like, where the fuck's my money?
Janelle's got it or whatever.
Yeah, Janelle, come on.
She doesn't. He didn't pay it.
Yeah, she didn't have that.
It was
she only had about half of it.
It was in her ass.
What the fuck?
You do that all the time now. Come on. That's like
because I just get offended.
Someone started saying it on
the Nakamura.
Yeah. Nah, he goes, come on. Every time I say something really offensive.
That's become
That's not a good gimmick.
Yeah. It's a gimmick. All right, guys. King and Queen, Saudi Arabia, nobody gets killed, yada, yada, yada. Gunther against Randy Orton or Tama Tonga. First off, who you got there, Mike? And then who you got in this match, and how does it shake out?
Certainly Randy Orton will beat Tama Tonga, but I do think he's going to pay the price. I think the Bloodline's going to beat his ass, because he was kind of calling him out last week. Which was an awesome segment, by the way, to close SmackDown. Like, just Randy being a badass, be like, I'm not fucking afraid of the Bloodline. So we get Gunther against Randy against King in the King of the Ring final, which will be fucking incredible. I do believe that'll be a first time ever match. So very much looking forward to that. But we've said from the start, as soon as Gunther announced, like, I'm going to be in King of the Ring, it's like, okay, this dude's winning King of the Ring. Nothing has changed to make me think otherwise, so Gunther wins King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
BJ?
I do think it would have been cool for Jay and Tama Tonga to face off in King of the Ring final. But like Mike said, we called this from the get-go. That was going to be Gunther. Gunther and Orton's going to be an awesome match. I did not care for the main event of Raw, though. I feel like they did Jay a real disservice in that match. But yeah, Gunther and Orton going to be awesome. Gunther wins.
Yeah. Gunther wins here. Randy Orton gets in there. And I just hope the Gunther King of the Ring run doesn't blow. Right?
I don't think it'll blow, because I don't think he's going to be walking
like
around with like a fucking crown and cape and pretend to be a king.
I don't think he'll do that.
I hope not. Because from my point of view, I think that this is what you're doing with him until he's ready to win that world title, which I don't know when it is, but this is what you're going to do. So it's got to be something that, like, doesn't kill his momentum. Right?
Well, I think this rebuilds his momentum, because he's already,
that's why he's doing this.
Yeah.
He's already looked awesome in the 3 King of the Ring matches he's had so far. Yes. Now he's going to win. He's going to beat Randy Orton, which is massive.
Now he's
going to be King of the Ring, and he could say, like, I'm the ring general, and I'm the King of the Ring, and I'm the fucking best, and he can just keep rolling with it.
All that is sounding great, but in theory, that's one thing. In practice, WWE has come up short quite often when it comes to the King of the Ring situation.
But they've never come up short in their presentation of Gunther.
And that's why we're at a crossroads, Mike. And which road will we take? Are we going to keep blowing the story and fuck up Gunther? Or are we going to fix the issue and not fuck up Gunther? So
the King of the Ring, for the most part, has kind of been like dependent on the character, right? Someone like Xavier Woods totally makes sense that he's going to win the crown. Someone like Stone Cold didn't do that, right? So you don't
Brock Lesnar didn't do it.
Brock didn't do it. So I think Triple H will understand the history of King of the Ring, since he wasn't allowed to win it. That he shouldn't.
He did eventually win
I did see, like 96. But I did see that Mel said that between Gunther and Orton, that Orton should beat Gunther for it. And I thought
absolutely
that was hysterical.
Not in any fucking way, shape, or form.
Like, why would Randy Orton win this?
He has no need to be King of the Ring.
No, absolutely not. And he's so over that. Well, his thing is because he wants...
I'm talking about. He just says the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life.
Who, me?
For him?
No! Meltz! Meltz said
God.
Randy Orton should beat Gunther.
Listen, Randy... Dave
is
a fucking expert! I told everybody I wasn't going to yell, but you keep coming at Dave and I can't handle it.
No, it's terrible. His whole thing is that because Randy should go face Cody, that he should win King of the Ring. But like, they have a built-in storyline already.
Why would he need to win King of the Ring to face Cody?
And you could also just have the Bloodline fuck Randy Orton up. Whatever.
Yeah. But exactly, that's what I said.
Yeah, it's whatever. Mm-hmm. It's whatever. So yeah, the Gunther wins here. And now let's talk about the ladies' side. Ooh, it's ladies' side. Queen of the Ring tournament final. Who you got? How's it shake out? Lia Valkyria against Bianca Belair and Nia Jax. Nia Jax and Jade Cargill. Nia Jax dragging Jade Cargill to a quality match. Really nice ending, though, with the chair shot. I really like it. Yeah, great stuff. Mike?
By the way, that's the situation where a DQ makes sense and you can advance shit. No, people complain about it, but
no one should complain about it because everybody's like, "Ooh,
I agree.
Look at the history of wrestling. Look at the history of wrestling." As long as there's been wrestling tournaments, there has been buys because the guy gets beat up, and then you're like, did the heel pay for him not to Mike, what was the old adage? The guy's like, oh man, I got there, my tires were flat, and my engine wasn't running. He's like, I missed the first round match, and you're like, you see like the heel over there like running his hands together and shit. Like that was a common thing.
There was a storyline like that in WCW before where they like did it to Johnny B. Bad.
Yes, I mean, I was referencing an older one, but yeah, everything.
Didn't we cover that?
That's why it's like standing out.
I'm pretty sure we covered it.
Yeah, everything is cyclical in wrestling, and that like some of the good stories are fucking. They're just, that's what they are. They're great stories for a reason. So,
but anyways, you don't have to do DQs and countouts constantly. But if you're doing it to protect somebody, like you did in this case, then I'm totally fine with it. But as much as predictable as I felt like the men's tournament was, like getting to this point, the women's tournament has surprised me a lot. Like my initial thought the entire time was it was going to be Tiffany Stratton in the finals for SmackDown, and then you'd have a babyface on Raw. You know, probably Lyra.
Well, we gotta bury that she's racist for a hot minute.
So is that what they're doing? But then when Tiffany lost, I'm like, alright, we're gonna get Bianca versus Io in the final, and that'll be fucking awesome. And then Lyra ends up beating Io. So, at this point, I don't think you're gonna do Lyra versus Bianca. I understand it's a tournament, so, you know, anything can happen, but typically you're still going in the babyface versus heel direction for these tournaments. That's usually what you're trying to get to. So I have to believe Nia finds a way to beat Bianca, whether it's a DQ, maybe Jade tries to go after Nia and accidentally gets Bianca DQ'd, something like that. But either way, I think it ends up being Nia versus Lyra, and I think Nia wins Queen of the Ring, and, you know, I don't hate that, because we've talked about this a lot. Nia's been very good since she returned. She's been better than she ever was before, since she returned. And my feeling is, if you're gonna have a King of the Ring on Raw, they probably want the Queen of the Ring to be on the other show. And by and large, not always, but by and large, you're generally gonna want the King or Queen of the Ring to be a heel, because they can do more with that, I feel like. So I think Nia makes a lot more sense. So I think Nia beats Bianca through some underhanded way, and then she beats Lyra in the finals.
Nah, I can't see it. I love Nia Jax. I was right all along about Nia Jax. Just glad you guys see it now. It's been disgusting to hate for so long.
I never hated Nia Jax.
You guys always
She's certainly better than
Jax. You guys said how much she hurt people and all that jazz. A bunch of marks on.
You're talking about Brian Alvarez.
You guys are a bunch of J Brones. Bianca Belair beats Nia Jax and beats Laya, whatever her fucking name is. Laya mid-card, very mid-talent she is.
Tell George that.
It is what it is. I was never impressed with NXT, and I'm not impressed now. Bianca Belair runs circles, and she's Queen of the Ring. BJ?
Mm-hmm. I really wanted Bianca and Jade in the SmackDown finals. I know, like, it's like, alright, set that up for, like, a big match down the line, but we did see that in the Cruiserweight Classic with DIY, and we love that. Like, it's a little nice tidbit for what could be a future storyline. So I want to see that. But I liked what they did on SmackDown, like you guys said, with the DQ. I agree with Donnie. Bianca wins Queen of the Ring. She's been booked pretty terribly overall for the most part since, like, SummerSlam, I feel like. She didn't have a great storyline heading into WrestleMania. I think this would be huge for her to win.
Good. Lyra, mid or no?
I think in the ring she's good, but otherwise mid.
She's not my favorite.
Okay, there you go.
I know George is crying right now.
Not really got out of character. Doesn't cut good promos. Really.
I'll say this, Donnie. Mm-hmm. We went to NXT Takeover in Philly, right? Yeah. There was only one person in the entire arena rooting for Lyra, and that was George Cruz.
Donnie,
can I tell you why I truly can never get behind her? Before you go to your point, Mike, I'm sorry, but
okay. Is it because her name is almost like Taya Valkyrie?
Yes.
You always complain about
because
that. Okay.
I hated.
It is very similar.
Because when Taya Valkyrie was doing her thing, this lady came out. I was like, quick glance. If I look quick, I'm like, that's Taya. What the fuck? Wait, what? Like, and don't do that to me.
It's nothing like Taya.
No, I'm talking about words on paper. Like when I look at the schedule, I hate that. I hate it. Your thoughts?
So at Stand and Deliver, we're there, 18,000 strong in the Wells Fargo Center. Mm-hmm. Roxanne Perez is the heel. Mm-hmm. Lyra Valkyria is the babyface. Mm-hmm. Literally, everybody fucking chanting for Roxanne, wanting Roxanne to win so bad. Like thunderous "Let's go Roxy" chants. And then we're sitting next to George, and literally, it's like one man. It's like, let's go viral.
No.
Yes.
Give him his just desserts, dude. They're saying, let's go, Roxy. He's like, let's go! He is
not
losing
even,
his
he
voice.
was almost embarrassed.
He was shy about it.
He was being shy?
He knew.
Yeah.
He just knew what was happening.
That's cute.
Because he was so embarrassed, he's like, my girl is just, like, outnumbered here.
Well, it's because I think she's got the personality of a squid.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
that is what it is.
Yeah, it's fucked up to the squid.
Yeah.
He's like, I got a great personality. You should hear me. I got yucks for days. Becky Lynch.
Squid impersonation?
Yeah, it is.
It's not worth delving into any further than that.
I put googly eyes on it. That's what it sounds like in my head. Leave me alone. Yeah, I'm a squid. My name is Jeffrey. Jeffrey the squid.
You sound like the fucking dude on the Island of Misfit Toys.
I'm
a Charlie in the box.
I thought I was going to be an octopus, but they only gave me 6 arms instead.
You sound like Snagglepuss. That's what you sound like.
Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. Undisputed WWE Championship. So the U.S. Championship's not on the line, right?
No,
Nope.
Logan was like, I am not fucking signing off on that bullshit, Cody Rhodes.
So, way to just announce shit too. They did champion.
Well, they never announced it.
I know, but they said champion versus champion, which means it's fuck. As soon as they said champion versus champion, I thought Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. Don't tell me different. I don't want to hear. So they made it oopsie poopsie. They switched it up. Now we're here, and now Cody Rhodes just simply wins.
Cody was always going to simply win, and he will simply win here. Match should be fucking great though. Logan Paul. I know you hate him for no real reason, Donnie, but...
Not true. He's a total piece of shit in real life. So
it's truly amazing, like, how quickly he's taken to it. Like, his matches are always great, and at first he was having a tough time, mic work-wise and character-wise. I think it was when they were trying to kind of make him a babyface. But when he committed to being a heel, he's been awesome. Like, he's
genuinely dislikable, yes.
Right, there you go. And he's done a great job, and he's leaned into it.
It's X-Pac heat, dude.
I'm looking forward to this match, but I mean, I think Cody obviously just wins this match.
PJ?
Yep, super predictable. It'll be a good match, but very predictable. There's nothing more to say.
Yeah, we shouldn't be giving Saudi Arabia good shows. I just want that on the record. We should be giving, like for all the injustices they've done to women's, to people who... Everybody do it. Listen, no one understands the delicacies of diversity more than me.
I actually think this is a good card.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah, you also got fucking
and
a tramp stamp that says WWE insert here.
I mean, we haven't even gotten to the banger of the night yet.
Yeah, which is Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan.
Well, that is
Gunther
not
for the Women's World Championship.
Gunther and Randy's banger of the night number 2.
Liv Morgan beats Becky Lynch for the championship here.
I do agree with that. We kind of had a little debate a couple weeks ago, like, are they going to let it go one more pay-per-view, or is Liv just going to win here? I think Liv just wins here. Like, the scuttlebutt is about, like, maybe Becky taking some time off to, finalize her contract or whatever. Like, I don't think there's any doubt she's going to sign a new contract with WWE if she hasn't already.
Fuck John Cena, the leader of the Elite, Becky Lynch, dude.
Honestly, they could use that.
She flies from Saudi Arabia to Vegas.
Spits in Vince. She brings like a fucking the championship and she drops it in the trash can. Shit, yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about, man.
I love that.
So now
anything that you could think of to make AEW actually good is just never going to happen.
I will just tell you.
It's just what Tony does. Let me just take this WWE star and insert them here.
No, I was going to say I'm a lot like
it's
Tony.
It's not about storylines or anything else.
I'm a lot like Tony. I'm fantasy booking. What can you say, dude? If this was 2K, I might download it and do it myself.
Liv wins. I just hope that she improves on the mic after she becomes champion. But I do like the little Easter eggs that are leaving behind, like her and Dominic crossing paths and her and Finn crossing paths. Like, Rhea's gonna show up and be fucking pissed and wreck shit when she's healthy.
Yeah, she's coming back.
She's coming back as a massive babyface.
She's coming back as the babyface without a doubt. She's lost her man, her home. She's fucking out there on the street. Oh, she's fucking lost her title. She's going to be coming out like fucking hellfire. That's exactly what you want. You got the stage is set.
Yep. By the way, this is called fucking George of the Ring. This pay-per-view. He's got a Lyra match, a Liv Morgan match, and a Cody match.
Well, guess what? They are literally he's their target demographic. They're like, listen, this one guy buys all the shirts. We gotta appease him. What does he want? Listen, Trips, he's got these fucking, here's the wrestlers. He's just like, oh, Jesus Christ. You got one of these perverts in the house, huh?
He's gonna be so mad in 5 days when he listens to this.
Oh, yeah. Love you, buddy. He wants to wrestle War 92, by the way.
Okay, he was serious about that.
Yes, there you go.
PG, what do you got in this match?
When the whole Battle Royale happened, I said that Liv should have just won. But when Becky won, you guys all said, like, hey, you have her win so that she can then go put over Liv Morgan. So I think that's just what happens here, right? And, like, Donnie was a little off maybe on his mathematics for when Becky was going to take time off for a contract situation. Maybe you just get that here.
Yeah. I have never been one to...
He was just going by what Melt said.
That's not... Listen, man, you can say whatever you want. Listen, you're right. No, you're right, because I'm aggregating the news where I get it from, but I have a couple sources where I get it from where I trust them.
No, you don't!
I do. I really do. Dave Meltzer's my source of finding information.
Gotcha. I thought you were.
If I'm writing an article and I'm writing about something I read from Dave Meltzer, I'm sourcing Dave Meltzer. He's my source. I'm not saying I
not a good source, by the way.
Literally the top expert in the field, more respected than Mike Chiari, just for the record.
I wouldn't agree with that because nobody either.
That's
respects
not true.
Nobody respects or disrespects me.
That's
except you.
No,
you disrespect me.
Yeah, that's
there's probably more disrespect than because of Donnie.
Yeah, I mean you're definitely associated with me a lot.
That's not what I meant, but yeah, that's true too.
People are like, "Who's that piece of shit behind that piece of shit?" And you're like, "Oh man."
I just meant that you don't respect Mike, and so therefore there's more disrespect towards Mike.
Oh, nah, I do. I would protect Mike.
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, right. I watched you fucking roly-poly roll right the fuck out of that area with that ticket sadness in your eyes. And I said, listen, get over here, Leon. Give him my ticket. Give the kid my ticket. If you're like a victim, you're like a Make-A-Wish kid. I said,
That's not really what happened at all.
I was like, make the kid's dreams come true, man. That's not what happened at all. And I said, it's not a big deal. I don't mind, dude. I don't mind making a kid's dreams come true.
I mean, I was the one that got scammed in the first place.
I will tell you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are like, we're all gonna fucking go in there, right? And
we're not talking about this. This is really depressing.
We're all gonna go in. No, we're all gonna go in there, and we're gonna blend you in with us. I knew right away when I looked around at the people that I was walking in those doors with. I knew you albatrosses were gonna bring me down. So
that's not what happened. What happened was
he was
off. Just high out of his fucking mind that he just like wandered off.
And then he beat all you guys to the suite.
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
Because I'm good at this shit. This is like, I am a fucking degenerate through and through. Guys, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, and Bronson Reed for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn just wins here, right? Because I kind of got the feeling yesterday's that Chad Gable has something to say about that.
Well, Chad Gable's not winning here, but he will win in the future. Basically, Chad Gable beat Sammy in a non-title match on Raw because Otis, like, reluctantly helped him. Basically, Gable's, like, fucking berating Otis and berating Tozawa and Maxine, telling them they're fucking worthless pieces of shit. The type of leadership you get from, like, a Donald Wood, maybe.
Yo, guess what? He got results.
He did, unlike you.
So, let me just say, it's working.
So, Otis, like, reluctantly helped him, and then Sammy said after, is like, I mean, you're better than that, Otis. Like, I know that that's not the person you are, and Otis, like, apologized. And then they're laying out the breadcrumbs, like, Gable was just, like, having a talk with the Creed brothers backstage. It was only for, like, a couple seconds, and he's like, alright, yeah, I'll cut you later. What's gonna happen here is, Otis and Tozawa and Maxine, they're gonna end up costing Gable this match. Sammy will retain. But this is gonna be kind of the impetus for Gable to dump all of them. He brings in the Creed brothers. He brings in Ivy Nile. He's basically, the leader of that group now. That's the new Alpha Academy, and he's going to use that to eventually be the one to beat Sammy for the IC title. But it's not happening here.
Yeah, it's honestly would be a super fun little stable that could wreak havoc in the secondary storyline department of WWE. Love it.
In terms of the wrestlers I'm enjoying most right now, Gable's absolutely top 5.
Yeah, he's
just
been
for his
awesome.
all around everything.
The Creed brothers are good. Ivy Niles, whatever, but if you're gonna get her involved, I get it. That's fine if you got her, and it's all
Ivy Niles got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's whatever to me. She's never really had anything. I'm just not impressed. I mean, I'm impressed physically. Shit's crazy, but it's if you're looking for a Bianca Belair, that she ain't.
I'm not looking for her to be Bianca Belair.
Okay.
No one's Bianca Belair.
No.
Don't be an asshole. So yes, say I like that.
That's a good storyline.
Yeah, I like that. I was gonna go with Chad Gable possibly winning here, but because you said all those words in the order you did like that, I'm gonna go with that one instead.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
I wouldn't like for Sammy to lose so quickly, to be honest.
No, he's not going to lose yet. But I really do think Gable's the guy that beats him.
Listen, if he says
maybe at SummerSlam,
bump out that.
Oh wait, maybe in fucking Canada, Money in the Bank.
That could be too.
What Canadian city is that in?
Toronto.
Ooh, Toronto and Montreal not friends.
Close enough to Montreal.
Yeah, but I mean they're not friendly. They don't like each
but
other particularly.
Yes, but they still cheer for Sammy there.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah, it is in Toronto.
It's whatever. Toronto is Mike's home away from home.
Not really, yeah.
And then, yeah, it is. You bootleg.
I haven't been there in quite a while.
Bootleg alcohol, so don't even tell me any different.
Huh.
Nice.
Bootlegging Labatt Blue across the border.
Yeah, you're like, I bootlegged a 6-pack, but it was actually a 4-pack by the time we got to the border.
Got it from the duty free.
He said duty. So yeah, I think this is 5. You're right. This is a shorter show.
This will be the better show for sure.
I mean, I can't say that because again, this is mid-card city with fucking predictable. This is like Backlash Junior. It really is. I feel like at least with AEW, you feel like there's title changes. They're going to it's going to be a big deal. There's only 5 pay-per-views. Really, only 5 pay-per-views.
I feel like the AEW every match on the fucking card is predictable.
I feel like because
I think we were all in agreement on everything that was going to happen.
Yeah, because it's sometimes predictable is the correct way.
Okay, but it's going against what you just said.
No, I'm saying in terms of like this is house show shit because this is
gotcha. Let's back
basically anything that's not in the United States is going to be house show shit. No, it is. It's predictable and bland. This is bland as fuck, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Gunther vs. Orton, bland.
I mean, look, solid match, 20 minutes at a house show, great stuff. Bianca Belair winning against Nia Valkyrie, cool, like that's a mid-ass fucking match, dude. Cody and Logan
like
Paul
fucking potato salad.
It was pretty bland, dude. That was weird. I was so pissed. Honestly, of all the things that have happened, that's one of the things I'm most pissed about, that it wasn't good. I was like, what the fuck?
I didn't even try any, so I didn't.
Go to your local store and just
didn't miss out.
Some. It's probably the same. Shit was wild. I was like, I fucking talked this up to be fucking mid-card mafia. There's a couple going by with my purse again.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to make him hear.
Dude,